Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Skull Talk Live, where wrestling matters. There's a couple topics I want to talk about today. The very first topic is I want to congratulate two of my cousins on their very first ever junior youth judo tournament, where Mr. Xavier had walked away with with a silver medal with a second place in his first ever judo tournament. And I also want to congratulate Mia on taking home the gold medal with his first place and her first ever judo tournament as well. So let's give them a round of applause. And I hope you guys continue winning medals in your guys' judo tournament. It was very pleasant as me attending my first ever judo tournament in our lovely city of Riverside, California. And if you guys like judo, check out Pan Am Judo. They specialize in special needs that want to learn judo. They bring people all around from around the world, such as the UK, Australia, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, China, the Netherlands, and yes. And I also want to congratulate you all the people who has competed in that tournament as well and took home medal. And those who put their best on, even though they didn't walk away with the medal, but you still won the heart of your parents and your family and your coachship. I hope I can go to another judo tournament and watch my cousin perform and me being a special guest there. And also, my second topic that really gets under my skin. It's been one of the biggest news story throughout Southern California, which is where my area is, which happened to be a person who decided to perform a coward act. Basically, if I'm going to say it nicely. So the moral of this whole incident is, here's a kid who has autism. That, if you know people with autism, their mind is different from ours. Which is, they like to touch things to express themselves. And a lot of the kids with autism are nonverbal. So, this kid with autism decided to touch this man's car, what happened to be a BMW Beamer. Even though the kid didn't think anything about it because his mind doesn't work like ours. So, the part that really drives me insane is where the owner of the BMW Beamer come out and physically slap the kid across to fail in front of people that were standing nearby. And told the kid he was stupid for touching his BMW? What kind of sick fucking world do we live in that gives you the balls, the right, and the nerve just to go slap a freaking kid with autism? Because he touches your fucking car. You know what it basically makes you look like? BMW owner? It basically makes you like a fucking douchebag. In front of the whole fucking world. Bravo. Bravo. And that kid with autism, I hope you get all the fun that you are getting and the support. And I literally hope you win that fucking case. And that for that fucking douchebag that want to slap an autism kid, you can go rotten in hell. Because I grew up with a very good friend of mine who had autism. It taught me to learn how to appreciate what you have. I grew up with autism myself, even though I outgrew it. So this is why it literally personally gets under my skin that you had to go out and physically attack a kid. And I hope when they find your ass, you run in jail and get the ass whooping that you deserve by those other inmates. So let's bring the topic number 3. You guys probably been hearing about what's been going on in Houston, Texas. The hurricane that's been taking over the city. And how it's affecting a lot of wrestling businesses, such as Booker T Wrestling School, that I know is out there. Personally, I haven't trained there, but I knew a few guys have. And I knew a few guys that have done shows out in the Houston area. So I hope the people in Texas, especially the Houston area, are taking the necessary precaution and taking these evacuation orders seriously. And I hope Booker T Wrestling School in Houston survive this terrible storm that is taking place, and all the other people are taking a proper shelter. If you guys are planning on traveling to Houston at the moment, please do not do so. Make sure you guys take the right precautionary, because this weather looks pretty bad. I have 2 friends that are right down there right now that are storm chasers. They've been sending me clips. And if you guys want to check out their YouTube channel, it's Mark Payton Storm Chasing. They have a lot of content of tornado chasing, hurricane story, national weather disaster. So make sure you guys check out their YouTube channel as well. And in Houston, I hope you guys recovered. There's not as much damage like that happened in Louisiana several years ago and New Orleans area. Unfortunately, Omen, that little Scooby-Dooby-Doo Silver Wolf is unfortunately not going to be able to come on tonight. He's taking care of some personal matters. I hope you had a great Summer Bash event. And if you guys haven't checked out IMF on YouTube, please do so. And that Silver Pup, he doesn't deserve to have the spotlight on him tonight. Because it seems like he can't get his mind wrapped around the reality of real wrestler. And speaking of my fourth and final topic for now, it's one of the biggest, or the biggest WWE news right now, is that if you guys have watched Money in the Bank, John Cena announced his retirement tour, which his last and final match will be at WrestleMania in Las Vegas. Who knows? It's going to be night one or night two. He might do something both nights. Who knows? And coming to my topic number 5, speaking of Money in the Bank, for those who did not see what happened in the main event between Damian Priest and Seth Rollins, so what happened was Damian Priest was defending his championship against Seth Rollins. Earlier in the night, Drew McIntyre have won the Money in the Bank like he said he was going to. But when it came to that main event, Drew McIntyre decided it was time to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Was it successful? No, because CM Punk decided he was going to show up and screwed Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. So, after that happened, Damian Priest did win the match, unfortunately. But after the whole match was over, there was a lot of hot tension going on, where Drew McIntyre put his hand on a WWE official. You may ask, who was that WWE official? Who happened to be Adam Pearce, the Raw general manager that Wade Barrett had to interfere by holding back Drew McIntyre after he had physically attacked Adam Pearce. So, what were the repercussions for Drew McIntyre? Well, after the whole press conference, Adam Pearce did a live stream on his Facebook and his Instagram where he said publicly he was going to fine Drew McIntyre and suspend him until further notice. But what leads CM Punk? All CM Punk got was a fine as well. Then it leads to Monday Night Raw. A lot of tension is still bouncing off the wall for Money in the Bank. Because CM Punk, still decided he's going to run his little mouth. And Damian Priest decided to have a kind-hearted, even knowing he's supposed to be the bad guy in the company. He said, I'm going to give you a second chance, Seth Rollins, since you got screwed at Money in the... Since he kept his word, he didn't bring the judgment date out, which I'll give a round of applause on that. But it comes down to later in the show, Sami Zayn doing a segment where he was saying how he retained his champion, Intercontinental Champion in Canada. After he spoke a few words, Braun Breaker comes out. Braun Breaker said, Sami Zayn, when I have made my arrival to the main roster of Monday Night Raw, you're the only one in the locker room to beat me. But since he wasn't satisfied, he wanted to get the last word in by spearing Sami Zayn. The WWE officials had to come out and break it up. What happened to me? Adam Pearce again, once again. Jason Jordan. Some other former WWE superstars that are now backstage security. They had to add court Braun Breaker out. But while they were escorting, Braun Breaker wasn't satisfied just with one spear. He said, why not go second one? Which he ended up spearing Sami Zayn once again. Then he said, okay, I did what I needed to do. Now let's walk. Saying, you are fine for your action Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what happened. Seemed like my connection decided to want to go out a little bit. I don't know what happened with that. Sorry about that. Apparently, my internet connection is going out really bad. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I might have to end the show a little bit early due to this conditioning. As I was saying, as they were bringing Adam Pearce decided he's going to fine Braun Baker for his action against Sami Zayn. Who knows how much? Who knows if he's going to get suspended? So, and let's talk about the return of Rhea Ripley making her long return after she has a injury several months ago that took out of action. Now, Dirty Dawn got some girl trouble coming on now. What I would like to see how this is going to build up to Ripley is back. And there's been some rumors circulating around the wrestling community that the Motor Machine Gun, known as Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, are making their way to WWE once their TNA Impact contract is up. I love the Motor Machine Gun. I love what they do. They've been in TNA for way too long. In WWE. So, make sure you guys tune in for that. If you guys have any question you want to ask, please Leave it in the comment. And I hope everybody's staying out of that hot ass weather that's been going around. I've been dealing with the hot ass weather from being 110 to 112 at time. And since we've been having all these hot weather, we've been having a lot of wildfire throughout here in Southern California. I believe Oregon had a fire going on right now. I'm not too sure. So, if they tell you to evacuate due to the fire, do so. Do not wait until the last minute. Make sure you guys have a pre-prepared bag since the fire is going on. And make sure you wear a mask if you're smoking outside, because I know a lot of people have problems and stuff. So make sure you guys take the right precaution. It's going out, and I'm sorry about that. Hopefully I can fix it for the next episode. Thank you, and I hope everybody has a good night. What the fuck is going on?